Welcome to day 4. Today is all about the booty, so we're gonna really strengthen our butt and we will start lying on the back. So make your way onto your spine, bend your knees, and then make sure you can touch your heels slightly with your fingertips. And your feet can be hip distance apart or a little bit wider. And then let's find a tuck in our pelvic bone. So tuck here to bring the lower spine fully down into the mat. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, we press into the heels to lift the hips all the way up. And we'll just do simple bridge lifts here. So lower, inhale, exhaling, lift. Gently starting to wake up our glutes. And we'll just lift and lower. And the glutes are really a central part in our yoga practice. And funnily enough, they're not really being strengthened so much when we practice yoga. There's really very few glute strengtheners, and that's really a problem because in yoga we do a lot of forward folds, right? We put super much pressure onto the hamstrings and we stretch them all the time. And if we do that without having strong glutes, the hamstrings can get inflamed. That actually happened to me, that I started to have a really weird pain in my right hamstring, and it took forever for me to figure out that it was because of weak glutes. And that has been a big learning for me. Keep going, by the way, with your glute bridges. We'll do about 20 more. It was a big learning for me that whenever there is some pain that we can't really explain, it's most likely because there's some weakness in the muscles. So we need really strong muscles in order to stretch in a safe way. Last 10, I hope you feel your glutes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze at the top and lower your hips back into the mat. We'll bring the right foot a little bit closer to the center. Draw the left knee into your chest and we'll do one-legged glute bridges. So lift the hips up and lower. We'll do around 30 here. Try to stay with it and really lifting the hips up, press into the heel. And we have around 20 more. I hope you can feel your glutes, and I'm also super interested if you can actually feel your shoulders today, because I really can from the class yesterday. I have super sore muscles, so let me know if it's only me. Last 8, 7, 6, stay with it, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower your hips down, bring your feet down, and roll onto your left side. You can prop your head onto your hand here, and then keep the left knee bent. Straighten the right leg long. You can point your toes, and then bring the right leg forward so that it's straight forward, maybe looking for a point on the floor. We'll just do gentle lowers and lifts here with the right leg. So lower the right leg and lift. Trying to wake up the outer hip and the gluteus medius, and staying forward with your legs, so don't go back, for 20 more. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's make small circles backwards. So with the right leg, just small circles here back. And reverse, small circles forward. Really good. And then bring the right leg back. Flex the foot, and we have it kind of in a diagonal backwards. We're gonna just lift the right heel upwards so that we really work the outer hip here. So lift and lift, keep the foot flexed. Lifting for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 13. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the right toes and we make small circles backwards. And switch direction. So good. And release. Come back onto your spine. And we'll come back to our glute bridges. So touch your heels, tuck your pelvic floor, and we will lift and lower the hips. Trying to squeeze the glutes whenever we lift up and trying not to stick out the ribs here. So keeping a long line from the hips to your chest. So we don't want to do this where we stick out the chest. We keep everything hugged in here. Really good. Just lowering and lifting. Tuning in with your breath. We'll do around 30 more. Really finding those sweet glutes. Last 15, 14. Don't get lazy. Try to really give it your all here. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze and lower the hips down into the mat. Keep the left foot a little bit more in the center. And then draw the right knee into your chest. Deep breath in. And exhale, lift the hips up. And we lower and lift. Pressing into the left heel. Around 30 here. Really isolating the glute muscle by doing these one-legged glute bridges. 15 left. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly lower your hips down, and we're gonna roll onto the right side. I'm just gonna switch. So you can prop yourself up onto the right forearm and then keep the right knee bent. Straighten the left leg, and we're gonna bring the left foot all the way forward, finding that point on your floor from where we're gonna lower and lift for 30. Try to point your toes and start to think of working the outer left hip. 20 more. Don't let the leg come back, keep it forward. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Small circles backwards. Ooh, I can feel it burning. Circling back and switch the direction, circle forward. Nice, and then bring the leg all the way back, flex the left foot, and we're gonna lift the heel up. So try to make the movement come from your left heel upwards, pulsing it up. Twenty more. Stay with it. Feel your leg burning here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point your toes and we make small circles back. And switch the direction. Small circles forward. Last push here. And release. And come straight up onto all fours. So we're gonna bring hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Just one moment here of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your chin. Exhale, chin to your chest, round the spine. One more like that. Inhale and exhale. And now we want to find a neutral spine. So trying not to arch, not to round, but keeping it neutral. And from there, let's straighten out the right leg long behind us, and we'll just lower and lift the right leg. Try to keep the right hip parallel to the mat, so we're not opening the hip here, we're keeping it facing down. And we'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted, little pulses. And the leg doesn't have to be super high. We don't want to arch the spine here. We want to keep it nice and long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, we're going to slide the leg towards the left, through center and over to the right. So just sliding it as if there's a flat surface underneath the leg, and we just want to slide it from left to right. Really good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Bend the right knee. Sole of the foot is facing up to the ceiling, and we'll do small pulses with the right heel up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Right knee down. Let's do right away the second side. So straightening the left leg back, and we'll just tap and lift. Tapping and lifting. $15 more here. Trying to keep the left hip pointing down. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay lifted, little pulses. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, sliding the leg over to the right and out to the left. Trying to keep it lifted while we slide. Strong through the whole leg here. Trying as much as possible to only move the leg. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Bend the left knee, flex your foot, and we will pulse the leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 faster ones. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release, lowering the left knee down. You can come into a child's pose, maybe shifting your hips from side to side. Whatever feels good for you to release the glutes. And we're done with the hard part. Now we'll stretch it out. Come into a downward facing dog, lifting your hips up, maybe pedaling your feet a little bit, just waking up the hamstrings for a moment here. Deep breath in through your nose, deep breath out. And we're gonna lift the right leg up and bring the right knee all the way forward for our pigeon pose. Straightening the left leg long behind, and then bringing the right heel a little bit away from us to increase the stretch, but we still want to make sure the hips are squared here. So try to drive the left hip forward. Coming onto your fingertips and just staying here for a moment to find the right alignment, feeling the right hip already stretching. Inhale, lift the chest, and with the exhale, let's melt all the way forward and down into our sleeping pigeon. And we're just gonna hold it here for a moment. Stretching all the muscles we just really worked at, releasing any tension. And let's slowly rise back up and sit onto the right hip. Bring the left leg forward, and we'll find our seated figure 4. Left leg straight, right ankle onto your left thigh. Flex your foot, hands behind the spine, and then we'll just sit tall here for a moment. Lifting the chest. Try not to lean back, but being high with the chest here towards the chin. Full breath in, full breath out. Slowly re-straighten the left leg and take the left foot into the right foot into your left elbow and the other elbow around the knee. If that's too much, you can also just hold the foot with your hands. And then we'll gently rock the leg to ease into the hip. And release. Let's cross the ankles, rolling over the knees to come back into our down dog. Lifting the hips up high. And then lift your left leg up, three-legged dog, and bring the left knee all the way forward and down, extending the right leg behind us and finding our setup here. So we want to try as best as possible to square off the hips, drawing the right hip forward and down, and then try to move your left heel just a little bit further away to increase the stretch. Come onto your fingertips, inhale, lift the chest, and exhale for our sleeping pigeon, surrendering all the way down into your mat. And then slowly lifting back up and rolling onto the left hip. Bring the right leg forward. We're going to place the left ankle on top of the right thigh, flexing the foot, hands behind the spine, seated figure 4, lifting the chest. that ease into the hip flexor. Take the left foot into your right elbow crease, left elbow around the knee, or holding the foot with your hands to softly move into the hip here. So rocking the leg from side to side. Try to sit up as tall as possible here. And slowly letting go. And we're done with day 4. Hope you enjoyed it. We have our last day tomorrow. I hope I'll see you there. Let me know any feedback and how your shoulders are doing in the comments. And if you want to do some more yoga right now, I recommend you to do this video here. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.